right, so this problem has to do with earthquake intensity. So again, we have a practical application for logarithms. So the Richter scale, which they don't mention that, but that's what they're talking about, it's a logarithmic scale. So it tells us the earthquake intensity is, okay, so if you have the magnitude R of an earthquake, it's measured by R equals log I. And I is the intensity of the shock wave, okay? So I is intensity. The earth is always shaking. We just don't always feel it because it's not shaking very much. But when there's an earthquake, then it's really shaking. And so that increases the intensity of the earth shaking. And then we convert that to the Richter scale that tells us, okay, it was a 7.2 earthquake or something like that. Okay. This is example 10. In 1906, San Francisco experienced an intense earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 on the Richter scale. So that's the R. So in 1906, R was equal to 7.8. And that 7.8 is, let's see, the Richter, or the R, is log I. Okay. In 1989, the Loma Prieta earthquake also affected the San Francisco area and measured 6.9 on the Richter scale. So 1989, the R was 6.9. Compare the intensities of the two earthquakes. Okay, so they tell us the R, and we don't know the I. But remember that this is a common log, so we can convert it to exponential notation. So we can say 10, that's the base here because it's a common log, to the R is equal to I. Now they want us to compare the intensities. Okay, so we're going to take the earlier one, the 1906, and we're going to say that its intensity, so the intensity of the 1906 is going to equal 10 to the R, which is 7.8. And then the intensity of the 1989 quake is going to equal 10 to the 6.9. Now what they want us to do is compare them. So they want us to take 10 to the 7.8 over 10 to the 6.9. That will tell us how much greater the earthquake was. Now to do this calculation, you're going to need a calculator to do that. So you're going to say 10 to the 7.8 divided by 10 to the 6.9. And we get 7.94, 3, 2, and it goes on. But so it's about 8 times greater in 1906 than it was in 1989. Okay? So you'll have to put that in your calculator. I put it in, I went 10 to the power of 7.8. Now you could put that in parentheses, it might be wise to do that, and then divided by 10 to the 6.9. Okay, so you have to put all that in your calculator. So the earthquake in 1906 was quite a bit stronger than the one in 89. So you look at the numbers and you say, oh, well, it was just, one more. But it's really closer to 10 times greater. Okay, actually about 8 times greater for the 1906. For the 1906 quake.